Oh, it's morning time. It's morning time. Oh, it's morning time. Good morning, y'all. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Just see if I can hear myself. It seems like I can. Good morning, good morning. It seems like I can. Okay, cool. We're good. All right, y'all. Listen, welcome on in as you come on in. Let's see. Okay, cool. All right, y'all, come on in. Listen, this review may shock a lot of people, but we are here to recap season 5, episode 3 of Belle Collective. This ain't episode 4, is it? No, this is episode 3. This is episode 3. Okay, so we're gonna get into it real quick. So again, as you guys come in, please make sure you double tap the screen. All right, double tap the screen. All right. So as I get into this episode, um, y'all may be shocked about how I feel about some of these ladies. Hey, Miss Tina, y'all may be shocked about how I feel about some of these ladies. So let's get into it. All right, so y'all know that last episode ended off with Akeisha having a fish fry for Willie. Okay. Now y'all know that the storm caused her not to have any electricity and stuff in her house, and that's why she had to change the party to a park for a fish fry. Okay. Well, at this fish fry, Letitia is crying. And she wants to go. She tells Glendale she ready to go because she feel like the other ladies are being selfish. Miss Tina, can you hear me? Or anybody that's listening, can y'all hear me? I just want to make sure. Because I'm really talking. Okay, you can't hear me. Okay, good. Okay, so the previous episode, Letitia wants the Bells to get it together. And I said this in my last review. When it comes to Marie and Latrice, I do want them to move on. I want them to move on. It seems like we're never going to get anywhere when it comes to Marie and Latrice. And it's so draining that we are 4 seasons in technically, but they're saying 5. But we're 4 seasons in, and this is what y'all still arguing about this stuff, right? My thing also with Marie is this right here. You gotta stop acting like you innocent, sis. Like, you gotta stop acting like everybody is making up things on you. And Marie acts like she's like the scapegoat a lot of times, and you're not. You are the cause of a lot of these issues that go on. And one thing I do agree with Letitia on is the more that you and Latrice don't get it together, the more the collective looks divided. Because why? Why? At this point, get over it. Both of y'all, get over it. Or go find something else to do. Get off of the show. It's so irritating at this point. So, anyway, Letitia is upset. She's crying. So she pulls Latrice to the side and she's having a conversation with Latrice. And Latrice is hugging her. And Latrice is like, you and I are good now. Um, and she tells Latrice, like, you and Marie, y'all gotta get it together. Y'all have got to get it together. And I agree. Somebody gonna have to lead the show or do something. It's ridiculous. Anyway, so they're having this back and forth, right? And, Marie feels like she's not bothering anybody. She ain't saying nothing. She not bothering nobody. But really, Marie, and you not bothering anybody and you're not saying anything, people see the the people see your facial expressions and people see your attitude and your demeanor. When you got out of the car, you got out of the car real stank like it's just about you. Like, let me get out of this car and it was just real stank in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? So your attitude exudes. Like, you don't have to say anything for anyone to be able to give your aura, your attitude, what it gives off was negative. So Marie says, there is Akeisha standing there and there's Selena standing there. And so as they're standing there, Marie says, oh, um, anybody that is friends with somebody like Latrice, she was basically, in my opinion, yeah, this is just my opinion. In my opinion, she was slight telling Selena about her friend. And I think that you can't be doing that, Marie, because people are going to be friends with who they want to be friends with. But she basically was saying that if she did it to one friend, she'll do it to another. But you and Latrice wasn't friends. You and Latrice weren't no damn friends. What you talking about? Y'all ain't never been friends, okay? And if we're talking about the hair thing, you didn't even know her when the hair thing happened. So, truth be told, Marie, girl, you are the problem. You're the problem. And I'm with Latrice. Latrice was like, Letitia, you and I just got back good. What is you doing all this crying and stuff for? Like, girl, relax. Relax, girl. Relax. Talking about she about women's empowerment. And that's the same thing Marie said in her confessional. She was like, Leticia is about women's empowerment. How's Leticia about women's empowerment when she was trying to mollywop Latrice last season? That's women's empowerment? Calling another woman insecure is women's empowerment? She's about women's empowerment? Going to meet with a man who was someone's abusive ex is women's empowerment? Being a snake that Leticia is women's empowerment? Girl, if that's women's empowerment, baby, I am so glad I'm no woman, because you ain't empowering the women. Anyway, let's move on, child. Okay, so Essie meets with, I mean, not Essie, Marie meets with her cousin. A couple of things. This episode made me want to like Marie a little bit. A little bit. Okay. That's why I said I was gonna be shocked a little bit. Okay. It shocked me a little bit. Killer, if you can't read the thumbnail, then get your bitch ass out of here, ho. I'm on one of those. Goodbye. What's the content? You don't see it on the screen, stupid? Okay, so again, Marie is having a conversation with her cousin. And as she's having this conversation with her cousin, there's a couple of takeaways that I got from this. So the first takeaway that I got from this is, Marie, your family feels like you are on top and you forgot about them, right? That's how they feel in one hand. In another hand, this cousin Nettie, it seems like she is definitely there for the money. Okay. She's definitely there for what she can get out of Marie. I will have to agree with that. But I also will say, in this situation, I think two things can be true at the same time. The first thing is, Marie probably does treat her family like that, because if not, your mama has said it, and I get her mom's situation, but your mom has said it, your cousins have said it, several people have said it. So I can't do anything but understand that that's the way that they feel. But then that cousin, she is a mess, because after Marie is having a conversation with her, it's like Marie was like, I'll give you the money and you don't really have to work for it. And the cousin got quiet and she started grinning and smiling. And so then she was like, well, I would rather work for it. So then Maria's like, well, would you like to come back to, well, I forgot what Marie's business is called, but she asked her, would you like to come back to um to the job? You know what I'm saying? You can work for the money. The cousin said no. She said she would prefer to work for her, but not work for Marie. And again, this is why I feel two ways about this. I feel like in one hand, I feel like the cousins can be absolutely right and true about how Marie treats them, but then in another token, Nettie, you honestly prove Marie right by the way you carried yourself in that situation. So for me, that's how I feel about that scene. Um, it kind of made me really understand Marie a little bit more. Now, Marie still got a whole lot of ways I do not like. I want to be clear about that. But this moment made me understand that again, two things can be true at the same time. So, um, Marie then invites her cousin to her grand opening for a new opioid clinic that she is opening, and it's about an hour and a half outside of Jackson. Okay, and so she invites her and she tells her, if you want to step in fixing this relationship, fixing our cousin bond, then I want to see you down to the grand opening. Okay, so that was that scene with Marie and her cousin. All right, let's move on. So I think the next scene that let me get to my notes. Okay, the next scene that we get and Sanjay, Star, and Sky. They come and they're getting fitted because one of the girls, y'all help me. I can't remember which one of the girls. One of the girls is having a baby shower. Which one is pregnant? Is it Sanjay? I can never tell them apart. I can't and tell them apart meaning like I really don't know much about them. One of them is pregnant though. And so they're having a baby shower for her. And Selena and the girls, they're shopping for the dress. Now, this scene really is them pretty much letting us know that she invited her dad and so Gucci to the baby shower. But she doesn't really know if they're going to show up. Okay. Now, y'all know that uh, Selena and so Gucci have a no contact order. They can't contact each other. And from my understanding, if they contact each other, whoever does the initial contact can go to jail, from my understanding. Okay. So then Akeisha comes. So Gucci and JJ are playing pickleball, child, and it's supposed to be a double date. Well, Willie has went back to New Jersey, child. So it's not really a double date. However, Willie is on FaceTime. Okay. Willie is on FaceTime playing pickleball. Okay. No, he's on FaceTime working while Akeisha is playing pickleball, and Akeisha says that she's in a long distance relationship, honey. And I believe her. She's definitely in a long distance relationship because Willie is not there. Okay. So then we get a scene from Glendale talking to his cousin. Glendale talks about him quitting his job and trying to be a full-time entrepreneur. And Glendale also brings up to his cousin that Letitia probably isn't going to be going for him quitting his job and moving into full-time entrepreneurship. And honestly, in the first episode, Glenn has this conversation with Letitia, right? So as Glenn has this conversation with Letitia, it's kind of giving that, nah, you better not quit your job. You better not do this. You better not do that. Okay, so the I can't remember if this was his cousin or I think it was his cousin. So his cousin says, well, you don't think Letitia is slightly worried because she's had her ups and downs in entrepreneurship. So, you know, I think it's coming from more of a concern than it is coming from a, oh, I don't think you can do this, or me trying to put you down. Okay. So that was that. I appreciated that from Glendale's cousin. I appreciate that. That was good. That was good. This next scene really, this next scene got me. So Marie is conducting a business meeting at her office, and she has a moment. And, she's really emotional. She says that she needs a minute, and she gets up, and Essie goes behind her. We find out that Essie called Marie and told Marie that, and this may sound a little harsh, guys, but Essie told Marie that because of her lupus, her lungs are, um, half of her lungs are dead. Okay. Half of her lungs are dead. And Marie gets emotional. And it got me emotional too, because, um, I don't know, it just brought back some memories for me. But um, I like Essie. Essie, I feel like Essie, they have said a couple times that they have offered Essie to be a Belle, and Essie did not want to be a Belle. I really like Essie. Um, and I pray for Essie's healing. I know this was filmed back some months ago, but I pray for Essie's healing. Um, so Marie was having a hard time because they built those clinics together, they built things together. So I'm with Marie, like, somebody that you build something with, you don't expect to hear those types of things, and then when you hear those types of things, it does make you have to maneuver in a different way. And one of the things that Marie said was, she said she has the faith that Essie will be okay, but it's just a thought of living without her, or the thought of doing things without her. And at the end of the day, that lady is human, and I can totally understand being emotional and being a wreck behind it. I get it. I get it. So Letitia shows up, okay, and Letitia notices that Marie looks like she's been crying, and so um, she asked if everybody's good, and Essie tells Letitia the news. Again, y'all, I can't say that I would have been able to handle that. Like that it just sounded like it sounded rough. It sounded rough. So again, prayers out to Essie. So Gucci and I can remember who that was that met up with So Gucci. I guess it's a trainer or a friend. So Gucci's conversation is basically, she's having to do pretty much everything, such as run her businesses, do things that she needs to do for her businesses. She's helping JJ with his businesses and all of that stuff. Now, she's just saying that she's overwhelmed because everybody is wondering how the girls are doing, how the kids are doing. But she's saying no one is asking how she's doing. No one is noticing that she's overwhelmed. She's overdoing it. Blase, blase, right? That's the way that So Gucci feels. I get it. You got to focus on you sometimes. Like, that really is the moral of a lot of people's story, because we're so busy all the time that, yeah, you need a moment to focus on you. So I don't really care how you are doing. You want to focus. You want to focus. Um, girl. So again, she is explaining that, and she gets a hug and lets her, her friend lets her know, oh, it's gonna be good, it's gonna be okay, you're gonna be good, blase blase, child. Okay. All right. So then we get a scene where Marie is headed to her grand opening for her new opioid clinic. Again, it's about an hour and a half away. Letitia and So Gucci go with Marie. And I'm glad that they went with her. I'm glad that they went with her. Now, remember, she's not doing well with the SC news. And then remember, she told her family to show up. Okay. She told her family to show up, and that if her family comes, it's a step into a better relationship that they have. Okay. So I'm here for that. I like that because, again, she's trying to better the relationship. So she gives them like a little thing, like, you show up, I know that you are about your business. So they get there, you know, the cousins didn't show up. Okay. Selena and I mean not Selena, but so Gucci and Letitia get to see the place, and then we get to meet Marie's dad and her brother. Okay, she talks about the relationship she had with her dad. She talked about the relationship she had with her mother, and her dad told her how proud he was of her. And I wouldn't expect anything different from a dad. Anything from a dad. You see your daughter or your son out here hustling and making it happen. You want what's best for them, right? So then, y'all, we get to Letitia. Letitia, you know what I realized yesterday? Watching Letitia. Letitia is a lot like Destiny from Love and Marriage Huntsville. Letitia is a lot like Destiny. Letitia wants a lot that she ain't giving. Mm-hmm. You want women's empowerment, but you really ain't giving women's empowerment. So I noticed when Letitia pulls up to this land, right? It's this land that she talks about. She's been talking to the realtor about this land. You know, she really wants this land. She wants to build. You know, she was telling Marie and so Gucci that they were getting ready to sell a house so that they can build a house. And Letitia, I'm just gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. First of all, that scene looked fake as hell. That's number one. Number two, um, the fact that you took Glendale out there and then you was like, uh, yeah, I just wanted to put this in your head so we can let you know what's going on. You know, I just want to put a buzz in your head, put a little fire under you. And so they get there, and Glenn is like, hold up, this is what you thinking about? You serious about this? And she like, yeah. He like, well, we don't have to hold off on this because I quit my job. Now then Letitia girl, Letitia gets the crown because she has to get a biopsy or a mammogram, something. She has to get something. Um, something very important. And I believe all ladies definitely need to make sure that they get their normal checkups. But it has something to do with, something health wise, women and health wise. And y'all, her insurance, his insurance, and their son's insurance was all under Glendale's job. So now, I think she said she had to get a biopsy, a, a mammogram. Is that what she said? I could have sworn she said something else, but that may be something. I don't know. Anyway, whatever it is, women get it, whatever it is. She had to get it, but the insurance is under Glendale's job, child. So now she has to, she got angry, which, okay, I understand. Listen to it, child.
You finna surprise me with? You most.
And for her to be like, "Oh, you gonna surprise me with something? You got something you gonna surprise me with?" So you thought that man went and bought that land for you? Letitia, stop.
It's been great since I've been home, right? Yeah. Josh been loving it. Yeah. Yep. You've been loving it. It's gonna be a whole lot more of that. What you mean? I quit my job. You quit? Next on Belle Collective. So what's the plan? Me, you, Josh Insurance is through your job. I gotta do a diagnostic mammogram because they found something in my breast.
Okay, so I wanted to make sure she said they found something in her breast. So it was a diagnostic mammogram, and she was concerned because they found something in her breast. Okay, Letitia, I think here's my issue with this too. I want you to be well. I do. I want all women to be well. I want them to get checked. But the part that got me was, so this means that you did not share this information with Glendale at all. I, I would feel some type of way if I was Glendale. I'm sorry. I would. I would feel some type of way because you didn't even tell me. And maybe had you told me, I wouldn't have quit my job. Y'all see where I'm going with that? Maybe if you had told me you had some things going on, then I wouldn't have had to quit my job. Because I feel like him quitting his job was more of a sudden move than her finding out that she had something in her breast, right? She knew something was going on, and I think she should have shared that with Glendale. I do. When she said that it hit me, these shows don't provide. No, they barely provide therapists and counselors and stuff. Hell no, they don't provide no insurance. Now, are you asking too much, especially from Kingdom Reign? You're asking for too much. They ain't fit to get all that round at no doggone Kingdom Reign. I do agree, Miss Tina, but the reason I said that is because I think that if she had had a conversation with him prior to, then maybe he wouldn't have quit his job, and maybe he wouldn't have had a conversation, to quit the. You see what I'm saying? I think it was a ripple effect that ain't something to hold out on. Which I agree, both is not anything to hold out for. I feel like he made that decision fast, if that makes any sense. It doesn't make it right. But I'm just saying I think he made that decision fast, and a conversation would have done just do. I agree. I agree. But Letitia, stop withholding this type of information. Please stop withholding this, because let's just say something happened to you and that man don't know what's going on because you're not sharing any of the details with him. I think you should definitely tell him. Yeah, he did mention it, Omar. He did, and that is a thing. He did mention it. He mentioned it, and when he said it, I mean, he didn't say he quit his job right away, but he did mention somewhat about him not wanting to no longer do what he was doing. So he did mention it. He did. Um, but again, this brings me back to Letitia thinking that, oh, I can pretty much have whatever I want from whoever I want, however I want. And life don't work like that. I need her to think about that even in her friendships. Because here you are trying to mend the friendship between um Latrice and Marie. And honestly, girl, you still got some unclear beefs with people. You know, I don't know. Also, these episodes seem to be dragging a little bit or something. 'Cause why do we gotta wait to see? Why do we have to wait to see what Letitia gonna say? And I don't know, y'all. I don't know, but that was the end pretty much of the episode. The episode, the episode was the episode. Um, yeah, it seemed like the episode was short, but it was the normal time. It just, I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I don't know. It just seemed like we don't have to. We shouldn't have to wait for the next episode to get into something else. Like this, I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. But Love Mary Trumpsville is the same way. It seems super disjointed, if I must say. Okay, y'all, that was the episode about Belle Collective. Again, I knew that I would probably shock y'all a bit, for sure. Um, yeah, I knew it'll shock y'all a bit about how I felt about Marie. Okay, but anyway, y'all, that's all I have for this video. I just strictly wanted to get on here and to discuss the Bells. Um, Not today, but hopefully by tomorrow, my Love the Mayor Huntsville review will be up on Patreon and members only. Okay. But with that being said, I appreciate you all. Much love. Have a wonderful day. I will see you all in these YouTube streets. And I might be live again a little bit later. I ain't even watched Love and Marriage Huntsville. So, child, ain't no telling. Ain't no telling. And I ain't in no rush to watch it, truth be told. Anywho, I hope you guys have a fantastic day. If you did not get to see us break down all of the women who have spoke against Carlos King, check that out yesterday. It was a live video. It's a part 1 and a part 2. And yeah, all right. Hope you guys have a good day, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.